Nobody does Star Wars like the power of the Force from Kenner.
Hey Star Wars fans, welcome back to another episode of Power of the Force Friday. Very excited for this one. We're looking at the Spacetrooper from the Expanded Universe, in particular the Heir to the Empire. This is based on its portrayal in the comic adaptation, as it says here right on the front. Here is the figure in the box. There's a fair bit. It's a nice chonky figure, which is cool. I'm looking forward to just sort of starting to tick off a couple of the missing Expanded Universe figures that I need. I still need to get the Dark Trooper and Mara Jade, I think, and the Leia from Dark Empire. I think they're the only three I still need to finish off, but that'll happen. It'll happen in time. So yeah, this one was released in 1998. So there's some sort of perforated edges here. So we'll get a look at that as we go. Yeah, there's the rest of the figures. I've got the Imperial Sentinel on the way. Yeah, I need Mara Jade and Princess Leia. This is sort of a Japanese release, so it's got the Japanese sticker on it. So you've got the airspeeder and the cloud car with the pilot as well. So it says here, 5 years after the Battle of Endor, the Rebel Alliance has driven the evil Empire into a distant corner of the galaxy, but a new danger has arisen. The last of the Empire's warlords has devised a battle plan that could destroy the New Republic. The ability of space troopers to operate exclusively in space made them a valuable asset to the warlord, Grand Admiral Thrawn. These heavily armed stormtroopers wear full body armor and have equipment that enables them to function as personal, space-capable assault vehicles. So it's like an Iron Man suit, basically, in Star Wars. But yeah, he's looking pretty cool. We'll do a bit of a comparison to the Legacy Collection release, which was a nice update to this one, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. But yeah, I'm going to, just in order to preserve the card back, I'm just going to try and slice this one off nice and carefully. Normally, I not too fussy about the quality of the card back upon opening, but given this has the extra bit of packaging, I do want to see how that works. So there we have him. And packaging. I will just put him aside for the moment while we work out exactly how this works. So I'm just going to do what it says. It says an adult should do it, so I don't know whether I should be doing it or not. So there we go. I can cut all the way across that top. But you know what? I might just keep it as is. So yeah, you got the little fold down diorama. It does want to kind of stick up a little bit. It's been folded down for nearly 30 years, so it doesn't want to sit. So obviously I cut all the way across the top, but I'm just going to store the card away like this. So you can display your expanded figures like the Expanded Universe figures on the backdrop like that, which is kind of cool. I like that. But yeah, as an effort to just preserve that card back a little bit, I'll just keep it as is. But here we've got the Spacetrooper. It's pretty cool. It doesn't come with any other weapons, which I guess the idea that he is a weapon himself. The little backpack sort of clips in. You can get those thrusters to sort of move up and down a little bit. Interesting. It looks like he has the first iteration, one of the first iterations of a ball hinge in those shoulders. So that's cool. I wasn't aware of that. Obviously being a little bit cautious. They're stuck in there, but yeah, a little bit of wriggle, and that gets them moving. So that's cool. I do like that. That's nice. And the thruster on the arm here, if I can just focus for a little bit longer, that'd be fantastic. Thanks, phone. And this has movement there in the shoulder, in the elbow. So that's cool. You can get that thruster out. The other arm doesn't have one. I guess one arm was all the budget allowed for this figure. But that's still cool. That's a nice little addition, given that, you know, he hasn't got any weapons. But it kind of just, he's a big brutey looking dude. But yeah, it's cool. I like that. Obviously, you know, limited in articulation for the time, but you know, that the fact that they've done that with the shoulders, that's really cool. Just give him a little bit more of a dynamic stance when he's up on the shelf. He's standing up with Thrawn. But I do like the design. You know, obviously they're very reminiscent of the Stormtrooper, just with a few extra, you know, a wider head, bulkier body. Obviously it's got life support systems that can support being able to operate in the vacuum of space. So let's do a little comparison. This one came out in the Legacy Collection and was later re-released in the Saga Legends 2010. And yeah, this is still a nice figure. Honestly, this is still pretty damn good. This one came with the blaster. He's got the big backpack, which can come off too. If I've done a review of this one in the past, I dare say I probably have. I will link it at the end of the video so you can go back. It's probably 10 or 15 years old now, but I'm sure I would have done a review. Let's have a look at the date stamp. Yeah, 2009's Legacy Collection, and then yeah, re-released in the Saga Legends in 2010-11 in the Shadows of the Dark Side packaging. So yeah, this was pretty much an update. I don't know whether we'll see this character released again, but still cool to have both of these iterations of the Spacetrooper. I think they're pretty damn cool, to be honest. It's just something different, nice addition to the Imperial ranks. And yeah, it's just another figure I'm excited to add to the Power of the Force collection. Yeah, like I said, if I've done a review, I'd have to have a look, and that'll pop up at the end of the video. So if you want to check that one out, like I said, it'll be a bit dated now, but that's okay. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at the Spacetrooper from the Expanded Universe Heir to the Empire novel, based on the comics, of course. I do like that. So he's kind of got his arms spread open there as he's sort of in flight. So that's kind of cool. Thank you all very much for watching another episode of Power of the Force Fridays. I'll be back next Friday for something else pretty cool if the Imperial Sentinel shows up. that's most likely going to be the figure that I do tackle next week. But until then, may the power of the Force be with you always.